Dead Wax is a Shudder original series. So this is a 8-part little episode series here, TV series, if you will. Each episode runs between 18 and 10 minutes, so it's pretty quick. I want to say overall it's like 2 hours. I really enjoyed it. I definitely recommend it. I think that more people should be checking this out. This is another reason you should be getting Shudder. Right now it's $10 for 3 months. They have a deal going on, so get on that, man. Freaking $10. You could watch this, and you could watch there's a bunch of cool stuff, but this and Terrified. Terrified. They just got Mandy, which I know a lot of people want to see with Nicolas Cage. So that's the only place you can watch that right now. You got plenty of reasons to get it. People are going to think that fucking Shudder's sending me money or something to promote them. I'm not. I'm just so happen to be watching a bunch of Shudder stuff right now because I've been really enjoying or liking what I've been watching on there. So I'm going to push it. And it's a cool damn site that needs more attention. And I want to see this thing thrive. And I want to see this thing continue to keep getting better titles. I'm looking forward to the Creep Show coming up. And this gives me promise. Dead Wax is the first original series I've watched of theirs. I know they have multiple other ones, and I will definitely be checking them out. But this one's cool. This kind of reminded me of John Carpenter's Cigarette Burns a little bit. Norman Reedus is hired to find this film that supposedly doesn't exist and is so rare, blah, 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 and the footage would kill you if you watched it, yada, yada, yada. This is about, a record, a vinyl that supposedly if you listen to, you die. But also there's these 3 other records. It's called the Lytton Lacquer. But there's 3 other keys, and I don't want to say too much, but I really liked the concept behind this. Like they find out that, if you get all 3 records and you play them simultaneously, something will happen, and the way that all is played out. Ted Raimi is in this for a little bit, which was really cool to see him. I thought that it was really well done. The production value was high. I liked the acting. The only knocks I really would have of this at all is I didn't feel like there was enough development and enough motive. That was a big problem I had. I didn't feel like there was enough motive for the main girl here who's searching for the Lytton Lacquer. I would have liked more of an explanation, more of a, me going, oh yeah, okay, now I get why she's going to these lengths. Now I get why she's doing this. It didn't come through enough for me to believe that this girl would be risking her life, or, yes, I don't think she believes that anything would happen, but she's going to great lengths throughout this. And I didn't feel like that was explained enough. And I feel like it could have been so easily explained with just little bits of dialogue here and there. Although maybe if I rewatch this, I'll feel differently. But I thought everyone involved, the acting was good. I thought that the concept alone, I think, is worth it. And if you're a record collector, I mean, this talks to me from being a film collector, from being somebody who loves film so damn much, and the obsessive compulsive nature of it all. And it really plays hard on, her character in that way. Like, she kind of reminds me of myself a little bit. She talks about, that a record that no one's heard could sound like anything, and that's worth the search. That she just wants to be the person who hears it, that no one else has heard it, and it could be fucking amazing or it could be fucking trash, but she wants to be the person to know. And I completely understand that, because there's plenty of movies where that would be so intriguing to me. Like, there's this movie out there, this horror movie that no one's ever seen. It's infamous. There's only one copy. If you see it, you know, you'll be the only person that's seen it. And I'd be like, oh my God, it could be amazing. It could be the best fucking movie I've ever seen. I'll never know unless I see it. But what's the point of its existence unless it is seen? You know, it could be total dog shit, but I'm not that way. I'm very optimistic with this stuff. So, yeah, I dug this shit out of the concept. It also reminded me a little bit of a movie called Chilling Senses. The Five Senses of Fear, something like a chiller movie. It was an anthology flick that deals with 5 stories, and each one of them has to do with a sense. You know, taste, hearing, smell, sight, touch, whatever. And the last one, I think it's the last one in that, is hearing. And it's creepy, man. That is the creepiest fucking segment. I love that movie, by the way. I mean, I highly recommend it. But the one that deals with hearing, there's this song that if played, it will like kill you. It's a very, very creepy ass, unsettling episode in that anthology. And it has moments like that in here as well. And I really like this episode. There's the kid from Jeepers Creepers 3 with all the freckles all over his face. He plays like this DJ at a record freaking radio station. And there's like almost a whole episode just dedicated to him. And I really liked that episode. It was pretty cool. It just kind of dealt with it felt very much like someone like me who's crazy obsessed with all of the unknown gems of horror. And if someone, you know, if people are calling in and he's talking to them about the records, and he's explaining to them what dead wax is, the place between the tracks and the end is like the dead wax, and people write things in there, and just plays around with vinyls and the history and all that stuff a lot. And I learned actually a lot of cool things about vinyl that I didn't know while watching this. So absolutely check this out. This is a really cool thing. It's only like 2 hours long, so it's not going to take a long time. I thought the opening was really intriguing. I very much enjoyed the first episode. So if by the end of the first episode, which is only 18 minutes, you're not interested at all, I would can it. But just cool. It was cool. I mean, it doesn't have some huge revealing ending. I think maybe some people will be underwhelmed, but I dug it. I loved how everything came together and ended. I thought it was a neat little movie that was kind of broken up into segments. So anyone seen this thing in its completion? If not, grab Shudder, check it out, let me know what you thought. All right, guys.